of Most Worshipful Justice Ricardo P. Galvez, Masonic Lodge number 229, may I request everybody to please rise and remain standing until the Worshipful Master of Most Worshipful Justice Ricardo P. Galvez, Masonic Lodge number 229, sit in the lodge. Brother Marshall, conduct the Most Worshipful Justice Ricardo P. Galvez, Masonic Lodge number 229, Worshipful Brother unedited to his seat in the list.
For what purpose are we assembled?
To install the new
Brother Peter request. Are the dignitaries present ready to be received with grand honors?
They are without, Worshipful Master, await your pleasure.
It is well that the ceremonies begin.
Worshipful Master, there is an alarm at the door.
Brother Peter request. Attend the alarm.
Sounds clear.
Very worshipful Cedric M. Sason, District Deputy Grandmaster, and other officers of Masonic District R6 Panay Island, desire admission.
Very worshipful Cedric M. Sason, District Deputy Grandmaster, and other district officers of Masonic District R6 Panay Island, accompanying him, desire admission.
Brother Marshall, you will retire and conduct very worshipful Cedric M. Sason, District Deputy, Grandmaster, and other district officers of Masonic District R619 to a place in the lodge.
Panini.
Let me worship with Cedric and Sason, District Deputy, Grandmaster, and other district officers of Masonic District R619. I welcome you all to the 44th public installation of the Worshipful Justice, Cargo Pickle Fest, Masonic Lodge number 229. I hope your visit will be a pleasant and memorable one. Father Marshal, you will conduct very worshipful Cedric and Sason and party to their seat in the east and in the lodge. Grand honors, record.
Worshipful Master, there is an alarm at the door.
Number 13, Apostle Mark.
Who comes here?
The installing team, very worshipful, headed by very worshipful Rene Waldo Moran, installing officer, worshipful brother Leo Zabala, master of ceremonies, yours truly, assistant master of ceremonies, Isaiah, admission.
The installing team, led by very worshipful Rene Waldo Moran, as the installing officer, worshipful brother Leo Zabala, as master of ceremonies, and worshipful brother Marcos Rodriguez, as assistant master of ceremonies, Isaiah admission.
Brother Marshal. Brother Marshal. You will get back and conduct installing team led by very worshipful Rene Waldo B. Moran, installing officer, and Leo Sabala, master of ceremonies, and worshipful brother Marveson Hills, assistant master of ceremonies. In the city. Into the lodge.
Worshipful Master, presenting to you the installation team, headed by our installation officer, very worshipful Rene Waldo Moran, worshipful brother Leo Zabala, master of ceremonies, worshipful brother Marty, assistant master of ceremonies.
Very worshipful Rene Waldo Moran, master of worship brother Leo Sabala, master of ceremonies, and worshipful brother Marveson Hills, assistant master of ceremonies. I We welcome you to our fourth public installation of elected and appointed officers. Will your name will be memorable in a class one. Brother Marshall, conduct the following thing to assist in the lab.
Worshipful Master, there is a alarm at the door. Who comes here?
Sultan, Attorney, Maglangit, Bobby, Ikompong, Al-Haj, our guest of honor and distinguished speaker, desires admission.
Sultan, Attorney, Maglangit, Ikampong, Al-Haj, our guest of honor and distinguished speaker, desires admission.
Brother Marshall, you will retire and conduct according to the Sultan Maglangit, yes, Ikampong, Al-Haj.
Worshipful Master, it's a pleasure to present to you Attorney Sultan Maglangit Ikampong Al-Haj, our guest of honor and speaker.
Attorney Sultan Maglangit, yes, Ikampong, thank you for attending the public installation of elected and appointed officers. We appreciate your presence and hope that your time here is enjoyable and memorable one. On behalf of the officers and members of most worshipful justice, regarding Pigalbes, Masonic Lodge number 209, I welcome you to our 44th public installation of elected and appointed officers. Brother Marshall, you will conduct Attorney Sultan Maglangit Ikampong Al-Haj, our guest of honor and distinguished speaker who is sick in the east. It has been a tradition among free and accepted nations that before entering into great or important undertakings, we always invoke the blessings of God. Our chaplain will lead us in prayer.
great architect of thy universe, in thy name we have assembled, and in thy name we desire to proceed in all our doings. Grant that the sublime principles of Freemasonry may soon subdue every discordant passion within us. So harmonize and enrich our hearts with thine own love and goodness, that the lads at this time may humbly reflect that order and beauty which reign forever before thy throne. Amen.
Father Marshall, we will retire and present the flag of our country.
Worshipful Pastor, presenting to you the Philippine flag.
Brethren and guests, let us all sing the Philippine National Anthem. Take the cue from the musical director. Brethren and guests, let us all recite the pledge of allegiance. Ako Brethren and guests, please remain standing as the brethren sing the Grand Dutch hymn. Take the cue from the musical director.
From west to east we journey in search of the ancient word. Although the ways are deep, are we full of with architect of heaven, thy temple we will bring.
The colors unfold before you represent the national banner of our country, the Philippines. It stands for the people, united with every element forming an integral whole, a geographical territory without dismemberment, a republic, democratic, free and independent. It is an emblem of our national freedom, the incarnation and inspiration of all that is dear and noble in Philippine life, wrought by the mighty hands of ages, born of a liberty-loving people, and led by the guiding spirit of the destinies of nations. It is a landmark of our national patrimony, the living symbol of our birthright. In its name, history records the founding and building of a nation. Its zeal shall live till the end of time, and its ideals shall cease only when nations and races are more. The sun is an emblem of eternal life of the nation, and the symbol of the perpetual life that guards the destiny of our race. Each 8 race represents the first 8 constituent provinces. The 3 stars designates the 3 great regions, ours by the gift of nature and by the design of the Almighty. The white triangle tells us about peaceful and friendly purposes, as well as the sincerity and purity of our actions, the Masonic trinity of faith, hope, and charity. The blue fields denotes our patriotism and our lofty principles and purposes. The red stripe proclaims our indomitable energy with which we hold on to our tropical skies. On the whole, the sun, the triangle, and the 3 stars that make our flag are Masonic symbols, the brotherhood of man under the fatherhood of God, as our forefathers have dreamed of it. So may it float forever over the land of a happy people. Their flags are flag, an emblem of rare beauty and patriotic meaning, the constant inspiration of our people for a life of peace, independence, and freedom. Salute it, because it is the symbol of happiness and felicity of our forefathers and heroes during the centuries gone by. Kiss it, because it is the banner of the brave sons of our Raha Solemans and Maria Claras. Press it upon your bosom, because it is the sacred colors of our country, the Philippines. Place it in your hearts, because it is the symbol of our country that is over us in all our vicissitudes of life. Love it, because it is the fruit and sacrifices of our brothers and heroes who perished for our nation's cause. Adore it, because it is the living personification of the spirit of our land of birth. Venerate it, because it is the living mantle that covered the bleeding and mangled bodies of our heroes dead. Bless it and dedicate it to God, because it is the fruit and sacrifices of our brothers and heroes who now in eternity rest. And trust it to the Almighty and to the human justice, that it be preserved for us, for our children, and our children's children, to glorify and render more holy, that those who have died for it might not have died in vain.
This lodge is convened for the purpose of installing the elected appointed officers of the ensuing Masonic year. After dispatch has been called from labor to refreshment, the officers to be installed will retire and prepare themselves for the ceremony of installation. The present officers will retire after surrendering their bugles to the assistant master of ceremonies in front of the east, and then give their aprons to their successors at the anthem. We have invited their worshipful Rene Waldo Moran to be our studying officer, and worshipful brother Leo Zavala as master of ceremonies. Worshipful brother Margaret Solis, ceremonies. The brethren may consider themselves free from restraint until the sound of the leader in the east.
consider themselves free from restraint until the sound of the wedding in the east.
Worshipful Master, the officers of this lodge, lately chosen, are ready to be installed in the respective offices.
Brethren, the first lesson taught us in Freemasonry is that before entering upon any great or important undertakings, we should first invoke the blessings of God. Worshipful brother and master of ceremonies, you will therefore cause the officers to kneel in the right place and lead us in prayer.
Our Father, which art in heaven, whose wisdom and goodness manifest themselves in all the works of creation. With filial love and reverence, we invoke thy blessing upon the children herein assembled, and thy grace to consecrate the labors we have met to perform. We commend to thy special care these officers, lately chosen, and to whose hands you are about to impose the government of this land. Endue them with the just appreciation of the responsibilities they are about to assume. May they be ever mindful that the Father's care is always upon them, and that thine all-seeing eye is ever with them. Bless and prosper a beloved fraternity. May it be known and honored among the institutions of the land as one whose foundations is laid upon the enduring principles of truth. Guide our footsteps in ways of pleasantness and paths of peace, and grant that all our acts may reflect honor upon thy holy name. Amen.
So let it be.
You will then present to me the brother who has been elected to discharge the important duties of master of this lodge.
Worshipful Master, I have great pleasure in presenting to you Brother Aleninik M. Miranda, who has been duly elected to serve as Master of this lodge for the ensuing Masonic year.
Is it known that Brother Aleninik Miranda is well skilled in our ancient lodge? Is he serious in his regard for the interest of our order? And is he duly qualified to discharge the special duties of the Master's chair?
It is well known, Worshipful Master, that he is all this. This certificate vouches for his proficiency in the ritual of our order, is evidence of his well skilled in our ancient craft. I find him to be of good morals, true and trusty, and as he is a lover of the fraternity, I doubt not that he will discharge his duties with fidelity and with honor.
Worshipful Sir, the brethren of this lodge repose in confidence in your integrity, in your serious regard for the interest of nature, and your ability to discharge the duties of the Master's chair have chosen you to occupy that honorable position during the ensuing year. Are you willing to accept this important task? You will then face our brethren of the lodge. Brethren of Most Worshipful Justice Ricardo P. Galdesino, Masonic Lodge number 229. You now behold before you Brother Aleninik M. Miranda, who has been duly elected to serve this lodge as Worshipful Master, and who is now about to be installed. If any of you has any reason to urge why he should not be installed, you will now make it known, or forever after, hold your peace. My brother, you will face the east. Merciful brother, hearing no objection, I shall most cheerfully proceed to install you in the dignified and honorable position to which the suffrages of your brethren have called you, not doubting that the dignity of your mentor chair will be well preserved in your keeping, and that the interest and welfare of this lodge may be safely confided to your charge. Before commencing your investiture, however, it is necessary that you should signify yourself to those ancient charges and regulations which point out the duties of the master of the lodge, and which, on no account, are ever to be neglected or departed from. You will be conducted before the altar. May I request very worshipful brother Louis Boisson, past diligent, to present the ancient charges and regulations of free and accepted mission.
The ancient charges and regulations are as follows. 1. You agree to be a good man and true and strictly to obey the moral law. 2. You agree to be a peaceable citizen and cheerfully to conform to the laws of the country in which you reside. 3. You promise not to be concerned in plots and conspiracies against government, but patiently to submit to the decision of the Supreme Legislature. 4. You agree to pay a proper respect to the civil magistrate, to work diligently, live creditably, and act honorably by all men. 5. You agree to hold in veneration the original rulers and patrons of the Order of Masonry and their regular successors, supreme and subordinate according to their stations, and to submit to the awards and resolutions of your brethren, and convene in every case consistent with the constitutions of the order. Number 6. You agree to avoid private piques and quarrels, and to guard against intemperance and excess. 7. You agree to be cautious in carriage and behavior, courteous to your brethren, and faithful to your lodge. 8. You promise to respect genuine brethren and to discountenance impostor and all dissenters from the original plan of Masonry. 9. You agree to promote the general good of society, to cultivate the social virtues, and to propagate the knowledge of the art. 10. You promise to pay homage to the Grand Master for the time being, and to his officers when duly installed, and strictly to conform to every edict of the Grand Lodge or General Assembly of Masons that is not subversive of the principles and groundwork of Masonry. 11. You admit that it is not in the power of any man or body of men to make innovations in the body of Masonry. 12. You promise a regular attendance on the committees and communications of the Grand Lodge, on receiving proper notice, and to pay attention to all the duties of Masonry on convenient occasion. 13. you admit that no new lodge should be formed without permission of the Grand Lodge, and that no countenance should be given to any irregular lodge or to any person clandestinely initiated therein, being contrary to the ancient charges of the order. Number 14, you admit that no person can be regularly made a Mason in or admitted a member of any regular lodge without previous notice and due inquiry into his character. 15.
Do you submit to these charges and promise to support these regulations as masters have done in all ages before you? Then, my brother, in consequence of this assurance, and with full confidence in your capacity, kneel now on what place. Place both hands upon the Holy Quran, volume of the sacred law, square and compasses, to take the solemn vow. I do solemnly and sincerely vow that I will maintain, support and enforce the Constitution, support and enforce the Constitution, edicts, laws and regulations of the most worshipful Grand Lodge, of the most worshipful Grand Lodge, of free and accepted nations of the Philippines, of free and accepted nations of the Philippines, and the bylaws of my life, and the bylaws of my life, and will faithfully perform, to the best of my ability, or the duties of the office, to which I have been elected, So help me God. Amen. As you have already risen, I will now install you, worshipful Master of Most Worshipful Justice, Ricardo Pigal Basilio, Masonic Lodge number 59. Worshipful Brother, Master of Ceremonies, reconduct you in front of the east. I now invest you with this jewel of your station, the square. The square, my brother, is an emblem of morality. And as it is the special badge of the Master's office, it should constantly remind you that not only by precept, but by example, you should promote good morals among the brethren, and thus endeavor to avoid the shadows of any scandal or reproach against the fraternity. Your former life has given evidence that you will not be an unmeaning symbol in your hands. And I solemnly charge you to take good care that its luster be not dim, so any act of yours with the book of holy writings. It is the great light in masonry, and should ever be the great law of the brotherhood. It will guide you to all truth. It will direct you to eternal happiness, and an attentive regard to the divine precept of continuance. will ensure your success in the fulfillment of the duties you are now about to achieve. The working tools of our craft will next be given you, but as the master workman, you may instruct the craftsman in the various duties and virtues which they have been selected to illustrate. The square teaches us well to regulate our every action and to let our conduct be governed by the principle of morality and virtue. The compasses teach us to limit our desires in every station and never to suffer our passions or our prejudices to become the masters of our judgment. The rule directs the immediate discharge of all our duties, that we should press forward in the straight path of right and truth, without inclining to the one hand or the other. The plumb line is an emblem of moral attitude. It teaches us to avoid all dissimulations and to pursue the honest and upright course in life, which will tend to our elevation in the higher realms of immortality. There are still other important things which you will receive in charge. That book of Constitution, you are expected diligently to search, and from time to time, to cause its contents to be read in your lives, that none may remain ignorant of the precept it enjoys, or of the ordinances which it promulgates. That book contains the bylaws of your life, which it will be your special duty to see carefully and punctually executed. And that is the charter, under the authority of which our lodge is held, and which you are careful to preserve and duly transmit to your successor in the master chair. Worshipful brother, master of ceremonies, you will conduct the master to his station in the east. Worshipful brother, master of ceremonies, you will now present the senior warden elect.
Very worshipful installing officer, I'm pleased to introduce to you Brother Eduardo V. Fabricante, who has been duly elected to serve as senior warden of this lodge. He is good morals, true and trusty, and possesses the love and confidence of his brethren. This certificate vouches for his proficiency in the lecture and ritual, first and second degrees.
Brother Eduardo V. Fabricante, you have been elected senior warden of this land, and I now invest you with distinctive badge of your honorable station, the level. brother, the level demonstrates that we are descended from the same stock, that we partake of the same nature and share the same hope, and that although distinction among men are necessary to preserve subordination, yet no eminence and distinction should make us forget that we are brethren. For he who is placed in the lowest smoke of fortune's will may be entitled to our reward. Because a time will come, and the wisest know not how soon, when all distinction, save but of goodness of God, and that the mighty level of human greatness reduces us to the same state. My brother, you heard the Master give his assent to support and defend the ancient charges and regulations of free and accepted nations. Do you also make the same pledges and promises, fully understanding the same? Then, worshipful brother and master of ceremonies, conduct him to the altar and place him as a master mason to take the solemn vow of his office. Brother, you will repeat your vow of office after me. I do solemnly and sincerely vow
I do solemnly and sincerely vow
that I will maintain,
that I will faithfully
support, and enforce the Constitution,
support and enforce the Constitution,
edicts,
edicts,
laws, and regulations
laws, and regulations
of the most worshipful grandland
of the most worshipful grandland
of free and accepted nations of the Philippines,
of free and accepted nations of the Philippines,
and the bylaws of my life,
and the bylaws of my life,
and will faithfully perform,
and will faithfully perform
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability
all the duties of my office,
all the duties of my office,
and that of the worshipful master and his son.
and that of the worshipful master and his son.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Amen. Arise, my brother. Your regular attendance at your stated meetings is essentially necessary. In the absence of the master, you are holding the line. In his presence, you are consistent in the government. I firmly rely on your knowledge of nation and attachment to the life for the faithful discharge of the duties of this important task. Look well to the west. You will next present the junior warden elect.
Your response to my officer, I now present to you for installation Brother Rex D. Shiano, who has been duly elected with his lads to serve as junior warden. This certificate vouches for his proficiency in the lecture and ritual in the first degree.
Brother Rex Shaw, you have been elected junior warden of this life, and I now invest you with this badge of your high position, the plan. the plum admonishes us to walk uprightly in our several stations, to hold the scale of justice in equal place, to observe the just medium between intemperance and pleasure, and to make our passions or our prejudices coincide with the line of duty. To use committed the superintendence of the craft during the hours of refreshment. It is therefore indispensably necessary that you should not only be temperate and discreet in the indulgence of your inclinations, but that you should carefully observe that none of the craft be suffered to convert the means of refreshment into intemperance and excess. My brother, you heard the master read the psalm to support and defend the ancient charges and regulations of free and accepted nature. Do you also make the same pledges and promises, fully understanding the same? Then, worshipful brother, master of ceremonies, conduct him to the altar and place him as a master minister. Brother, you will repeat your vow of office after me. I do solemnly and sincerely vow. I do solemnly and sincerely vow that I will maintain, support and enforce the Constitution, ethics, laws and regulations, of the most worshipful Grand Lodge, of free and accepted nations of the Philippines, and the bylaws of my lodge, and will faithfully perform, to the best of my ability, all the duties of my office, and that of the worshipful master in his absence. So help me God. Amen. Arise, my brother. Your regular and punctual attendance at all your meetings is particularly requested. And I have no doubt that you will faithfully execute the duty which you owe to your present. Look well to the south. Worshipful brother, master of ceremonies, you will next present the treasurer elect.
Very respected officer, it is a great pleasure in presenting to you worshipful brother Edwin Borja, who has been elected treasurer of this class.
Dear worshipful brother Edwin Arbora, past master, you have been elected the treasurer of this lodge, and I now invest you with the badge of your office, the keys. The keys, forming the jewel of your station, have a twofold significance. They are instruments to bind, as well as to make use, to make fast, as well as to open. They will never, I am confident, be used by you in any other manner than that the Constitution, laws and regulations of the land shall direct. You are to receive all monies from the Secretary. keep a just and accurate account thereof, and pay the same out by order of the worshipful master with the consent of the lodge. You will now be conducted to your proper place in the lodge. Worshipful brother, master of ceremonies, you will next present the secretary-elect.
Very worshipful master of ceremonies will take pleasure in presenting to you very worshipful Ronald Asabi, who has been elected secretary of this lodge.
Very worshipful Ronald D. Pasabe, past district grand doctor. You have been elected secretary of this lodge, and I now invest you with this badge of your office, the pens. In investing you with official jewel, the pens, I am persuaded that they will make an enduring not only to your place, but also to the welfare of this lodge. It is your duty to observe the will and pleasure of the worshipful master, to keep a faithful record of all things proper to the people, transmit monthly a copy of the same to the grand lodge as required by our law. Receive all monies from the brethren, pay the same to the treasurer, and take his receipt of gold. You will now be conducted to your proper place in the lodge. Worshipful brother, master of ceremonies, you will next present to me the brother who has been elected auditor of the lodge.
Very worshipful installing officer, I am pleased to present to you very worshipful Louis Biligosa, who has been elected auditor of this lodge.
Very worshipful brother, Louis L. Belicosa, past district grand doctor. You have been elected auditor of this lodge, and I now invest you with the jewel of your office, the cross, key, and pen. Which is to signify to you that you should ever be vigilant that the funds and other properties of the lodge entrusted to the treasurer and to the secretary are duly accounted for and properly safeguarded. You will now be conducted to your proper place in the lodge. Worshipful brother, Master ceremonies, you will next present the chaplain for installation. Reverend and devoted brother, every June Eve. Amen. That holy book, which is the chart and textbook of your sacred calling, is also the great light in reason. And for our sheds, it will that grace upon every lawful assemblage of free and accepted grace. Teach us from its life-giving precepts. Invoke upon our labor the blessings of that divine being, whose infinite goodness, which so fully reveals and unfolds to us, and warn us by its lessons of wisdom and truth. And you will have faithfully perform your sacred functions and fulfill your important tasks. It is your duty to perform those solemn services which we should constantly render to our great Creator, and which, when offered by one, its only profession is to allure to brighter worlds and lead the way. May by elevating our thoughts, strengthening our virtues, and purifying our minds, prepare us for admission into the society of the blessed, in the realms of life and life eternal. It is fitting that an emblem of the sacred volume should be the jewel of your lives. And with it, you will now be invested. Watchful brother, Master of ceremonies, you will now conduct our chaplain to his place in the land. Worshipful brother, Master of ceremonies, you will present the brother who has been appointed marshal of his life.
Worshipful brother Mr. Jr. was then appointed as marshal in this house.
Worshipful brother Glycerio J. Lapore Jr., taskmaster, you have been appointed marshal of his life, and you will now be presented with the jewel and symbol of the office. The baton is an emblem of command and is sufficiently significant of your duties. You will, under the direction of the Master, take charge of all processions of the life, and as the proper performance of many ceremonies will depend upon the manner in which your duties are discharged. You are enjoined to be most careful in their performance. You will now take your proper place. brother Master Ceremonies, you will now present the brethren who have been appointed to serve this lodge as senior and junior deacons.
Very worshipful installing officer, I now present to you brothers Peter Pastor Torres III. Brother Ramiro Christopher Jose was being appointed as senior and junior warden for his life. Brothers, senior and junior deacons. Very worshipful installing officer.
Brothers Pastor Peter G. Torres III and Ramiro Christopher and G. Jose, you have been appointed deacons of this land, and you will now receive the jewels of your office. They indicate that it is your promise to attend upon the master and brothers, and to act as their proxies in the active duties of this life. It will be your special duty, brother senior deacon, to carry orders from the worshipful master in the east, who the senior warden in the west, and elsewhere about the lodge, as required. Attend to alarms at the door of the preparation room. Receive and conduct candidates. Introduce and accommodate visiting affairs. You, brother junior deacon, to carry messages from the senior warden in the west to the junior warden in the south and elsewhere about the lodge as directed. Attend to alarms at the door and to see that the lodge is duly tied. Those rods, my brothers, distinctive of your office, will now be entrusted to you. And believing from your past deportment to the lodge that your duties will be discharged with ability and zeal, I dismiss you to your respective places. Worshipful brother, master of ceremonies, you will now present to me for installation the brethren who have been appointed orator, almoner, lecturer, and other special appointed and elective officer, the harmony officer.
Very worshipful sir, I am proud to present to you brothers Anthony Porras, who has been appointed as orator of this land. Worshipful brother Stephen Lupera, who has been appointed as almoner of this land. And very worshipful Pastor Torres as harmony officer.
Brethren, we most cordially congratulate you on your selection and appointment to the various offices in this land, into which you are now about to be installed. your well-known knowledge of Masonic law and precedent, your familiarity with the Constitution, laws and edicts of Islam, and your knowledge of uprightness of character and integrity of purpose supersede the necessity of placing you under any special obligation concerning the duties which you are about to achieve. There is no other human institution which requires of its votaries a more faithful and conscientious discharge of duties than that the Masonic fraternity. Therefore, it is expected that you will at no time lose sight of the great and underlying principles of our institution, that you will discharge the duties with credit to yourselves and honor to the fraternity. And we pledge you of the active assistance and sympathy of your brethren in this life. Go forth therefore into the discharge of these duties, and we doubt not that the result will prove the wisdom of your selection. You will now be invested with the jewels of your office. Worshipful brother, master of ceremonies, conduct the brethren to their several places. Worshipful brother, master of ceremonies, you will now present the brethren who are to serve this lodge as stewards. Wardens as organist in this life. Brother, master of ceremonies, can you just please, the two of them, the stewards. Brothers Jose Robert G. Serrania and Ronel G. Jimenez, you have been appointed stewards of this lodge and will now instruct you with the duties. In olden times, your province was to superintend and provide for the festivals of the town, to assist in the collection of dues and subscriptions, to keep an account of expenses for refreshments, and to see that the tables are properly supplied, and every brother suitably provided for. In later times, however, the provision for actual refreshment in lodges has generally ceased, and your functions will now be to prepare candidates for admission and to perform those duties which Masonic custom was assigned to you on days of procession. Receive the jewels of your office. Together with the white wraps, and repair to your respective places. You will now present the brother who has been appointed organist for this life.
Sir, I'm pleased to present to you Brother Tanison Wardens has been appointed as organist of his lives. Tanison Wardens.
Brother Tanison Wardens, you have been appointed organist of his life, and it affords me great pleasure to invest you with the jewel of your office. It is your duty to preside at the organ at the opening and closing, and other ceremonials of the lives. May the delightful labors of your position impress more deeply upon the minds and hearts of your brethren that harmony is as essential for the strength and beauty of our noble brotherhood as it is for the excellence in the arts and science in which you so greatly excel. You will now be conducted to your proper place in the life. Worshipful brother, master of ceremonies, you will now present to me the brother who has been appointed Tyler for this life.
I now present to you worshipful brother Ian de la Serna, who has been appointed Tyler of his lives.
Worshipful brother Ian A. de la Serna, immediate past master, you have been appointed Tyler of our lives, and you will now be presented with the jewel and implement of your office. As the sword is placed in the hands of the Tyler, you enable him effectually to guard against the approach of boas and eavesdroppers, and suffer men to pass or repass, but such as are duly qualified. So should it admonish us to set a guard over our thoughts, and watch to our lips, and post a sentinel over our actions, thereby preventing the approach of every unworthy thought and deed, and preserving consciences void of offense toward God and man. You will now repair to your proper place. Worshipful Master, I congratulate you on your ascension to this time honored seat. The duties incumbent upon you in your exalted station are fraught with great responsibilities. Remember that your honor, reputation, and usefulness of your life will materially depend upon the skills and the assiduity with which you manage its resources, and that the happiness of its members will be generally promoted in proportion to the watchful care with which you cherish the genuine principle of our institution. For a pattern of imitation, consider the luminary virtue which rises in the east, regularly defuse his life and bluster to all within its effect. In like manner, it is your province to spread and communicate light and instruction to the brethren of your lodge. Forcibly impress upon them the dignity and high importance of this, and seriously admonish them never to disgrace it. Charge them to practice out of the lodge those great moral duties which they have been taught in the and by agreeable, discreet, and virtuous conduct to convince mankind of the goodness of this institution, so that when a person is said to be a member of it, the world may know that he is one to whom the burdened heart may full of sorrows, one to whom distress may come to, one whose hand is guided by justice, and whose heart is expanded with benevolence. In short, by a diligent observance of the bylaws of the life, the Constitution of Nation, and above all, the Holy Scriptures, which are given as the rule and guide of your faith, you will be enabled to acquit yourself with the highest honors here, and lay up a crown of rejoicing, which shall continue when time shall be no more. Brother, Senior, and Junior Wardens, you are too well acquainted with the principles of masonry to warrant a distrust that you will be found wanting in the discharge of your responsibilities. Suffice it to say that what you have seen praiseworthy in others, you should carefully imitate. And what we done, we have appeared effective. You should do something. You should give examples of discretion and propriety. For it is only by a due rigor for our laws and regulations, as shown in your own conduct, that you can expect to be just to them from others. You are assiduous to assist the master in the discharges of his task, diffusing light and imparting knowledge to whom shall place under your care. In the absence of the master, you will succeed to higher duties. Your requirements must therefore be such as will ensure proper instructions to be God. From the spirit which you have hitherto evinced, I entertain no doubt that your future conduct will be such as will merit the applause of your brethren and the testimony of his good conscience. Our brethren of Most Worshipful Justice Ricardo P. Galvesino, Masonic Lodge number 229 in Inaugural. Such is the nature of our Constitution, that as a must of necessity, rule and teach, so must others, of course, learn to submit and obey. Humility in both is an essential duty. The officers who have been chosen to govern our lives are sufficiently conversant with the rules and propriety and the laws of the institution to avoid exceeding the power with which they are entrusted in this position to envy their authority. I therefore trust that you will have but one aim: to please one another and unite in the grand design of promoting happiness. Finally, my brethren, as this association has been formed and perfected in so much anonymity and control, so may it long continue. May you long enjoy every satisfaction in life which disinterested friendship can afford. May kindness and brotherly affection distinguish your conduct. Within your peaceful walls, may your children's children with joy and gratitude the annual recurrence of this suspicious solemnity, and may the tenets of our profession be transmitted through this lodge, new and unimpaired, from generation generation. Worshipful Master, it now remains for me to present to you the gathering. The emblem of power. In the hands of the Master, it may be made the instrument of great good or of greater evil. With it, the Master governs his life, and the welfare and prosperity of the life in a great nation depend upon its judicious use. In your hands, I am confident it will be needed for the best interest of your government. Master, behold your brethren. Brethren, behold our Master. The brethren of Most Worshipful Justice, Ricardo P. Galvez Sr. Masonic Lodge, number 229. Followed by the brethren from the different visiting lodges and their option, we, under the direction of the Master of Ceremonies, form and procession, and salute our worshipful Master in due and public form.
the Philippines, I do now declare the officers of Most Worshipful Justice Ricardo P. Galvez Lads, number 229, duly installed.
Worshipful Master, in Solemn King, we'd like to congratulate you on the news of the lifetime and appointed officers of Most Worshipful Justice Ricardo P. Galvez Sr., Masonic Lodge number 229, for the ensuing Masonic King or anniversaries 1624 to 1625. We also would like to thank you, Worshipful Master, for giving us your trust and confidence to be your installing king. Again, thank you very much.
We just completed the installation ceremony, and I think we ought to give the installing team another big round of applause. At this juncture, may I now call on our newly installed Worshipful Master, Gospel Master Alimini M. Miranda, to give his inaugural address. Worshipful Sir.
Dignitaries in the east, dignitaries on the floor, District Deputy Grand Master or Masonic District Access Panel, very worshipful Cedric Sason and party, very worshipful sirs, visiting brethren from other lodges, our guest of honor and speaker, who will be introduced popular later, Brother Demoles, sisters, friends of Masons, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum. Peace be with you. Maayong hapon sa ating tanan. Thank you for your trust and confidence in me. Give me the chance to serve as your elected worshipful master for Masonic year 2024-2025. It is an honor and privilege to sit in the Oriental chair. I am a Muslim and a Freemason, so I believe I would be able to answer with you this question, to say Freemasonry and Islam are compatible. Though that the great architect of the universe is one omnipotent God, regardless of religion and faith. My journey as a traveler in a long and winding road, full of hesitation despite with my familiarity with the craft. My reservation prevailed for quite some time. I was born and raised in a fraternal environment of Freemasonry. I was a brother Demole way back 1982. Then, so with my two sons, also a Demole. And almost all my siblings and relatives are all members of the craft. I was raised as a Master Mason July 14, 2022, and my late father also a master mason, and a past worshipful master of Liklano Lodge number 227, Mindanao State University, Marawi City. We are all a family of Masons. So, may I ask him to rise individually to be recognized. First, is a past secretary, Lignano Lodge number 227, Executive Regional 12 Order of Dimulay, past worthy patron Bayalini Chapter, Kusain Maranda Jr. Please rise. Past worshipful Masonic Lodge, Judge Valerio Virovera, number 259, former manager of National Corporation Watershed Management, worshipful brother Caris Maranda. Together with his wife, Ivy Maranda. The son of Caris Maranda, a past worshipful master of his name is worshipful brother Gido Maranda of Masonic Lodge, Judge Valerio V. Rivera, number 259. He is the current chapter advisory of International Audimony, Thomas Alcabi chapter, Iligan City, and he professor in Mindanao State University, IIT. And of course, past worthy matron, Order of the Eastern Star, Maria Cristina Chapter, Doctora Marilo D. Maranda. Her husband is my brother, the late attorney Federico R. Maranda, a past worshipful master of Masonic Mantikao Lodge number 243. Of course, with their children present today, as a senior Dimolay of Dimolay Alumni Association of the Philippines, Iligan City chapter, past member of International Audio Dimolay, Thomas Alcabi chapter, Iligan City, Attorney Khalil Gibran D. Maranda. He maintains a law office at Maranda Law Office in Iligan City. And of course, his partner in law office, a senior Dimolay, Attorney Khalil Fidma D. Maranda, a member of International Order of Dimolay, Thomas L. Cabino chapter, Iligan City, together with his fiancée, Miss Megan Corpus. He is also a partner at Maranda Law Offices in Iligan City. So, brethren, if you have some cases in Iligan City, you can direct to him. So, of course, my niece, Rokaya Umbar, who is now present in this of course, his younger sister, and his husband, Bob, Dato Bob. You know, they travel along the way from Iligan City, Maraming City, and Manila. Of course, makalimutan ko ito, my big brother, Cesar Anda. RTPA and his Bureau Director in Office on Muslim Affairs, National Commission of Muslim Filipino, a certified public accountant. And my nephew, Aldo Ismail Maranda, the son of my brother, a CPA, a banker, an IT manager, and Peace Bank in Makati. Maraming pera yan. And his wife, Mia Maranda, the daughter of our Guest of Honor and Speaker. Of course, my son, my children, Abdul Rafi Maranda, this right, and Jeffrey Maranda, and Hanan Maranda. And the last but not the least, my beautiful wife, of course, the honored queen of my home, and the master of the master, Soraya Maranda. In this manner, I would like to request from the honored queen to pass to be home late around 2 o'clock in the morning during regular stated meeting. Unlike before, pag 9 o'clock, text ng text, uy, ba't hindi ka pa nauwi? So at least ngayon, huminga ng lisensya. I had my doubt to accept the position of Worshipful Master of Most Worshipful Justice, Ricardo Pigal this year, Masonic Lodge number 229, knowing my limitations and capabilities. However, with the assurance of the brethren, the time for me to serve the Lodge has come. I served as junior warden for 3 times. You know, some of the brethren teasing me that, oh, Brother Junior, overdue ka na, ba't ayaw pang umakyat? So now, nandito na ako sa Oriental chair. The fraternities and organization of men is composed of various religious denominations and belief. I still hold on to all Muslim values, for deep within my heart and mind, I know I am serving God and men like all brothers and fellows have done, who have done this way before. Most of the Masonic moral values are also Islamic in nature. The key Masonic value being charity, giving to the least privileged, orphans and widows. Joining Freemasonry is a Muslim is humility, dedication, and understanding, knowing full well that it is made first in our heart. Freemasonry is not a religious organization, but a fraternal society. A brotherhood of men under the fatherhood of God. The Freemasonry also teaches tolerance. Tolerance for other people's religious views and consistency with the equality on the level. With compassion of brotherly love, relief, and truth. My ascension to the Oriental Chair is because of you. I know fully well, with you, my brethren, the purpose of life has meaning Masonic leadership through our acts and deeds is a reflection of what we are and who we are. We are the light that illumines long and winding road. Be the exemplar of what is to be a man, a Mason. So that's all, brethren. Thank you very much.
Now, another important event. We will hear from our immediate past worshipful master. Brother was done a lot to our lodge, and we thank him for his leadership and for all the accomplishments of Most Worshipful Justice Ricardo Pigel, the Senior Masonic Lodge number 229. May I now call on our immediate past master, a hardworking past master, Worshipful Brother Ian A. de la Serna, for his celebratory address.
Thank you, worshipful sirs, guests of honor, brethren, family of nations, friends of nations. Good afternoon. I didn't make any speech or dialogue for this afternoon. Ayaw kong kunin yung limelight kay newly installed Worshipful Master Nick Miranda. Ang gusto ko lang sabihin for the past year sa pag-serve ko sa lodge is from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to serve the lodge. Being isang immigrant dito sa Iloilo City, dito ko nakita yung second family namin. When times na nung pandemic, nung nag-positive ako, the brethren helped a lot. Malaking tulong ang nabigay sa akin. So, from there, talagang doon ko na-feel kung ano ang masonry. Lalo na ang lodge members namin, lahat mga brethren na tumulong financially and morally. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. Then, thank you for your trust in having on me sa pag-serve ng lodge. Mabuhay ang Masonaria, mabuhay ang Calvest. Tutuloy. Good afternoon.
And of course, our immediate past master should be recognized well, and this better be done this afternoon. We now request the Worshipful Brother Ronald Pasage to present to our immediate past master the past master's apron, jewel, and certificate. Very worshipful sir. this juncture, I will now request the past master of our lodge, Very Worshipful Louis L. Doligosa, past district grand lecturer, to introduce our guest of honor and speaker.
Dignitaries in the East, very worshipful sirs, brethren, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant afternoon. It is my honor and privilege to introduce a respectable and dignified individual in the person of our guest of honor and speaker. Our guest of honor and speaker is a lawyer and a certified public accountant. He finished his accountancy degree in Mindanao State University, Marawi City, and his Juris Doctor from the same school as class salutatorian. After his brief stint in the Commission and Audit National Office as State Auditor for 3 years, he joined the Bureau of Internal Revenue in 1991. He rose from the ranks up to his ascension to his present position with assignments in almost all facets of tax administration, from the most rural to the highly urbanized, from the south to the northern parts of the country, namely Cagayan de Oro, Cebu, Vigan, Ilocos Sur, Subic Freeport Zone, Quezon City, Makati City, and in Saraga, Iloilo in 2015 to 2018. Our guest of honor and speaker is the most traveled taxman. In his assignment in Saraga, Iloilo, he was able to mingle not only with the law-abiding taxpayers in this region, but also with some of the tennis addicts and gun enthusiasts, and of course, our traveler brethren. An accomplished taxman he is, at present the Revenue District Officer of Revenue District Office number 18, covering the whole province of Zambales and the city of Olongapo. Our guest of honor and speaker had attended various trainings and seminars conducted in and out of the BIR, either in the Philippines or abroad. Prominent of which was being the sole BIR participant to the three-month international seminar on taxation conducted in Tokyo, Japan, and to the International Taxation Seminar with emphasis on e-commerce industries in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. In spite of his hectic schedule as a taxman, his interest and passion for civic as well as professional and social organizations is also admirable. Taking off from his passion for civic and community services, and as a college fraternity man, he serves his local PICPA chapter in various capacities. He is an active member of the Rotary Club of Wakwak Mandaluyong Zone, serving as its president in Rotary years 2008-2009, when the Rotary world was asked to make dreams real. He has been tapped as district officer of Rotary International 3800 for some Rotary years, such as district budget officer and district governor special representative, among others. Our guest of honor and speaker was also crowned by the community folks of his hometown, Bayan Lanao del Sur, one of the royal sultanates in Mindanao as its Raja Muda, a throne equivalent to crown prince, which obliged him to attend to the needs of his constituencies from time to time, preparatory to his ascension to the throne of their sultan.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. May peace, the blessings from Allah be with all of us. I think this afternoon, I was really impressed with the rituals we have been observing for the rest of the day. Anyway, before I proceed, thank you, of course, very worshipful Louis Daligosa, past district grand lecturer. Of course, to the newly installed worshipful master, May Balai Alimini Maranda, as he had introduced a while ago, my son-in-law is his nephew, Ismail Aldon Maranda, IT manager of his bank. Of course, my daughter is there with her beloved husband. Very worshipful Cedric Sason, Deputy District Grandmaster. Worshipful Brother Ian de la Serna, the past worshipful master of this lodge, what's that? Valdez, Justice Ricardo Valdez. Galvez, rather, Senior. Masonic Lodge number 229. I was also impressed with the competence of the installing officer. Very worshipful Rene Waldo Moran. Ang hirap palang maging mason eh. Napakahirap talaga because of these rituals that I have observed. In fact, I am a friend of Masons, and my place of assignment, in fact, I think he was your Grandmaster 2 years ago, Roland Paulino. He's my tennis partner, what's that flight mate in golf. In fact, sabi nga niya sa akin, sabihin mo lang sa kanila, dito sa Mason, sumuot ka lang ng barong ng Mason, pumunta ka sa lodge, mabubuhay ka. Yun ang mga biro niya. Alam, I think for all of you who have met them, for those of you who have met them, parang si past Grand Master Roland, napaka-jolly person. Yung anak pa niya is the present mayor of Olongapo City. As I've been introduced a while ago, I am a Rotarian. I am a dedicated Rotarian. I am very active in our district, District 3800. And as I've seen it, halos pareho lang naman tayo. Masons and Rotary. I think what made it different with the Masons from the Rotary is yung brotherhood sa inyo, masyadong matindi. At saka yung rituals, akala ko yung protocols that being observed in Rotary, yung mga Rotarians sa inyo, nakita narinig ko may mga Rotarians, walang-wala pala sa rituals ng Mason. I am also asking your indulgence, forgiveness, naka-violate ako ng rule pala, hindi pala pwedeng mag-cross dito sa harap pag nakailaw rito sa gitna eh. Sabi mo, ang hirap dito, sobra pa sa mga, kaya that's why sometimes it's had been misconstrued as a religious sect, parang sabi nila, anti-Catholic. In fact, that's one thing that I have read dito sa Masons. Parang kinontra pa sila ng mga Catholics, even in the Islamic faith. Kinokontra rin yung mga Masons, sinasabi anti-Islamic yung Masons because of these rituals. Napaka-solemn, I believe, in the rituals being observed here in Masons. And of course, before I forget, yung mga guests natin dito, galing as far as sabi nga ni Alimenek, Worshipful Master, as far as Iligan, galing kami sa Manila, pumunta rito. Kasi napaka-importante rin sa amin nga ma-observe yung installation ni paumanhin niyo kung natatawag ko siya being a parang barbarian sa word of masonry, si Minik. Pero sa inyo rito, siya ang pinaka worshipful master sa lodge na to as of this moment. Walang pwedeng gawin dito kung hindi siya magbigay ng signal sa naobserba ko sa mga rituals natin. Anyway, I have researched and I know some of the things that I've learned in the free masonry. It is an association of prominent politicians and in fact titans of business dito sa Masonic District R16 or Region 16 Panay. May kaibigan ako dito. In fact, one of the parang isang malaking taxpayer ko when I was a revenue district officer here in 2015. Si Oliver, wala si Oliver eh. Oliver Lim, Miles Lim, kaibigan ko yun. Alam niyo yan, hindi naman pwede natin ipagtago. Ay, nandiyan pala. Taxpayer ko yan sa kaibigan ko yan. When I check my phone, nandun pa rin ang pangalan niya. Thank you, sir, for your support. When I was the district officer here in Saragari, in the district office number 75. In modern times, they say Masons are known for donating millions of charity. Pero hindi ipinapakita, hindi ko nakikita dito sa na-observe sa rituals niyo. Not like in Rotary, we have the recognitions of the Paul Harris Fellows, the major donors. We have the Arts Club Society. There are donors here in the Philippines. Pero yun ang prominent naman doon sa atin sa Rotary. During ceremonies, you have to wear your pins. Makikita doon kung gaano kalaki ang naidonate mo sa Rotary, especially the Rotary Foundation. I think there's a purpose for that. I think it's to encourage other Rotarians to donate also in the Paul Harris Fellow Society or in the Archland Society. Yun nga, nasabi ko, dito sa Masons, foremost of which, ang pinaka-binibigyan ng emphasis ay yung strengthening of brotherhood, yung fraternization. Masyadong matindi rito sa Masons. Whereas for us, pardon me for making these comparisons, kasi sabi ko, isa lang tayo. But although, yung iba naman, halimbawa sa amin sa Rotary, we are half our community service. And I know that in Masons, ganon din, marami kayong community services nga hindi lang ipinapalaundakan. Things that may not be widely or generally known about Freemasonry is that, as what I've learned, the Freemasons are the oldest fraternal organization in the world. It's the oldest. Rotary is only more than 100, I think, 103 years. Right? In 1903, 101 years. 121 years, rather. 1903. The Freemasons began during the Middle Ages in Europe. I think, forgive me for having these mga trivia para masabi ko naman na mayroon akong nalalaman sa Masons. It began during the Middle Ages in Europe with the decline of cathedral building. The focus of the society shifted. So kaya pala natawag ng mga Masons kasi yung parang sa una, yung pagpapatayo ng mga buildings. That was the time na inorganize yung masonry. Kasi kaya pag binibiro ako, sabi ko, I'm not a mason but I'm a carpenter. Biro lang yan, ipanguhan niyo. Ganon nga, yung mason pala, kaya yung mga gumagawa ng mga concrete works, mason ang tawag din sa kanila, di ba? So doon din nag-umpisa yung masonry. Today, Freemasons are a social and philanthropic organization, as I said a while ago, meant to make its members lead more virtuous and socially oriented lives. While not a secret society per se, it does have secret passwords and rituals. Alam nyo, yung opisina ko sa RDO number 18, Olongapo City, the building is owned by the Mason. It's a Masonic temple. The first and second floor, the lodge of past Grandmaster Rolin Paulino. The first and second floors are being rented by the BIR or district office. Pero sa taas, third floor, yon ang ganito, lodge nila or ano bang tawag dito, parang gano'n ang temple nila. Napaka-stricto, napakahirap pasukan eh. Hindi ka makapasok, parang takot na takot ka. Sabi ko, grabe itong mason mo. Parang pag pumasok ka doon, may gurdya, hindi pwede dyan. O pag naka-open, hindi ka, in fact, we are using yung open space pag may mga occasions kami, pero hindi rin kami pinapayagan nga makapasok doon sa temple nila. In the original guild, there were 3 stages: the apprentice, the fellow craft, and master masons who oversaw everyone working on site. Today, these degrees are more philosophical. Freemason symbols also, makikita natin, yung mga symbols are not what you think. The all-seeing eye or eye of providence, while not designed by Masons, has been used by the group to represent the omniscience of God, the military, political power of God. The square and compasses depicts builder's square joined by compass. The G represents geometry. Alam niyo sa geometry, napaka-importante yan sa mga carpenters, sa masons, di ba? A critical field to the first Freemasons, while others believe it represents God, the grand architect of the universe. There is also a Freemason handshake. Kanina, nung break time natin, sabi nila, kailangan talaga yan, yung mga passwords na yan, mga handshake na yan. Kasi, in answer yung sa joke ni past Grandmaster Roland, sabi niya, magbarong ka lang, pupunta ka sa lodge, mabubuhay ka. But, of course, in today's world, maraming yung mga manluloko, baka may dumating lang dyan. That's why, there's that handshake, and of course, passwords. May iba-iba, magkakaiba rin pala. There is a handshake for every degree. The apprentice, the fellow craft, and master, magkakaiba rin pala handshake dyan. I think, although, alam niyo naman, I researched on this, but I don't know how accurate these things. Kayo ang makakavalidate nito. Catholic Church forbids members from being Freemasons. Yung sinabi ko kanina, yung Catholic Church, pinagbabawalan din yung mga member nila na maging Masons. All its members believe in supreme being or grand architect of the universe. Masons then, Freemasons inspired America's first political third party. We know we have the Democrats and the Republican, but the first third political party in America, the Masonic Party was organized para kalabanin yung mga Masons. Natatakot sila doon sa mga Masons during the time. And it is still a boys club mostly. Wala akong nakita nga babaeng Mason, di ba? Dito sa, pero mayroon daw traditionally open to men only in the 1723 constitutions. Women and atheists were excluded along with enslaved people. Pero may mga lodges daw sa mundo nga parang may mga babaeng nakakapasok. Masons, famous Freemasons are everywhere. Mahanap mo ang Masons sa buong mundo. We have, of course, nandito yung mga bayani natin dito sa Pilipinas. We have George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, a founding member of the first Masonic Lodge in United States of America. Marami sila. Mga Masons, mga famous personalities. We have the Prime Minister Winston Churchill, Nat King Cole, astronaut Buzz Aldrin, and of course here in the Philippines, itong mga bayani natin, ang past presidents and General Douglas MacArthur. As I've said, more than, sinasabi ko kanina dyan, more than 21,000 daw ang Freemasons here in the Philippines. I don't know kung lahat to active. Napakaganda. Kung itong 21,000 Masons in the Philippines are true to their pledge of allegiance. Nakikita natin dyan yung pledge of allegiance to the Republic of the Philippines. Panunumpas sa watawat ng Pilipinas. I was really impressed to the flag tribute to the country. Tribute to the flag of the ginawa kanina sa umpisa. Tribute to the country, and of course, it calls for patriotism to our country. And as I have said to you, I am a taxman. I take this opportunity to do what I am supposed to campaign. Today is a filing season, income tax filing season. And considering the moral compass, the spirituality being observed by the Masons, alam nyo dito sa Pilipinas, kung itong karamihan sa mga spiritual rituals being done here in our country, the Catholics, we the Muslims, these organizations, these Rotarians, these Masons, these Lions, napakabait nilang sa kapwa nilang Pilipino. They are contributing a lot of the wealth, of the resources sa ikabubuti ng ating bayan. Sa mga kapitbahay natin, naawa tayo. Alam nyo naman, the problem today is the trust to the government. Karamihan sa mga taxpayers natin, ayaw nilang magbayad dahil wala silang tiwala sa gobyerno, but trust the Philippine government now. Yung commissioner namin sa Bureau of Internal Revenue is a Mason, is a traveler. Romeo Lumagi Jr. My regional director is a traveler, and I have trust sa kanilang leadership, sa leadership ng present administration, that what are being contributed by these organizations mapunta sa patutunguhan. You know the mandate of the Bureau of Internal Revenue. Tax is the lifeblood of the government. The government cannot function without the tax being paid by our taxpayers. And I know the members of this lodge, the members of the Masonic district are 6 Panay. Karamihan dito, prominent businessmen, and it is a tax filing season. Come April 15, magpapalitan tayo ng income tax returns natin. So, give me the opportunity to take this this opportunity para mangampanya sa inyo. That's why when I was asked by your Grand Worshipful Master to be your speaker, I grabbed the opportunity because we are busy this time. We are campaigning to drumbeat the theme of our office. Sa tamang buwis, pag-asinso'y mabilis. We are asked to collect 4.3 trillion. That's the present collection goal of the Bureau of Internal Revenue. Kahit hindi ito, wala na ako rito, but I am making it a point. Nandiyan yung kasama ko sa Rentas Internas, isang staff ko yan, si BB Custodio Magat, collector ko yan when I was the Revenue District Officer in Saraga. Husband niya is a Mason. Dito sa Region Number 6, in support to the leadership of the Bureau of Internal Revenue and Region 6, nakikiusap ako sa mga negosyante nga, of course, let's be tax conscious. And I know that all of you are paying your taxes, but the problem is yung accuracy of what we are filing. So let me take this opportunity to pronounce it or to give to you the present programs of our BIR leadership. By this time, our commissioner is strengthening monitoring of the taxpayers. We have heard for the first time the run after fake transactions. Yung mga nagbibinta ng peking resibo. Nauhuli yan. Ngayon, binibigyan ng emphasis ng leadership ng BIR ngayon. We have the run after tax evaders. Marami na kaming nakasuhan sa Department of Justice. We have the tax compliance and verification drive, TCVD. The apprehension of those engaging in or trading in illegal cigarettes. Marami na kaming nahuli dyan. And so many other enforcement activities. We have now yung digitalization ng BIR, naririnig nyo siguro lahat, almost lahat, electronics. We have the online, the online on-net transactions, the IRIS program of the BIR, the OTAs, the online tracking system for the capital gains taxes and documentary stamp taxes. Lahat yan sa pag-upo ng ating Commissioner of Internal Revenue ay binibigyan niya ng emphasis yung digitalization. And of course, marami nang natanggal sa BIR to strengthen the integrity of the men and women who are working in the BIR. We have the taxpayer services. Napupuntahan ninyo, na-strengthen yung taxpayer services namin, napupuntahan ninyo yung mga district offices natin. Nakikita nyo dyan how we strengthen our taxpayer services. Yung mandato ng BIR ngayon, it is not only the collection of taxes, it is not only the meeting of all our collection goals, but we are giving emphasis to give quality services to our taxpayers. Nandiyan yung Anti-RITE Act, Citizens Charter sa mga district offices namin. Makikita nyo yan, yung mga proseso natin, yung mga number of days, we have shortened it to give premium quality services to our taxpayers. And of course, we are adding here for us that we always mention that we should be accountable to our stakeholders, not only to you as our taxpayers, but to the government of the Philippines. We make it a point that we are always accountable. So anyway, I don't pasensyahan niyo ako. Pinasok ko to because I grabbed the opportunity. Sana hindi nakabayari dito sa mga protocols ninyo, sa mga rituals ninyo. Alam ko napaka-solemn. I am really impressed with the solemnity of the rituals of the Masons. In fact, noon, I was considering to knock. Sabi nga, hindi pwedeng imbitahan ka, but secretly may mga kaibigan ako kasi sabi ko, I am a friend of the Masons. Napakarami kong kaibigan ng Masons. Dito nga, nandun din si tennis partner ko, si Bob Millares. Kada punta ko rin, nandiyan pala, hindi ko nakita si Bob. Sa tennis club namin, Inaugural Tennis Club, ang daming players na Mason. My previous revenue district officers, mga Masons, but sabi nila, kumatok ka, tutulungan ka namin. Pero ngayon, na-realize ko, napakahirap pala, baka hindi ako pumasa, I cannot pass in the initiation, and alam ko, nakita ko, ang hirap pala. So anyway, I'm again thanking you for the opportunity, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Yes, the Kampong Alhaj. Thank you, sir. Our worshipful master will now present a plaque of appreciation to Attorney Maglangit Wawi S. de Campong, Alhaj, BIR, RDO 18, Olongapo City, Zambales, our guest of honor and speaker, in sincere recognition for his invaluable contribution by inspiring the brethren present and contributing immensely to the success of this special event. Given this 9th day of March 2024 at the Powell Hall, Iloilo Masonic Temple, Iloilo City. Signed, Their Worshipful Ronald D. Pasage, past DGL, Lodge Secretary, and Worshipful Brother Aliminic M. Miranda, Worshipful Master. Thank you very much. Another round of applause to our guest of honor speaker. Thank you, sir, for your inspirational message and reminder as well. Malapit na tayo matapos sa ating programa. But before we acknowledge the lodges who are represented today, we'd like again to thank the immediate past officers of Most Worshipful Justice Ricardo P. Galvez Sr. Masonic Lodge, number 229. Salamat ating mga brethren for your work for the lodge. And siyempre, yung ating immediate past secretary, Very Worshipful Ryan Castro, napakaraming trabaho sa ating loya. Maraming salamat, Very Worshipful Sir. And of course, before I acknowledge yung mga lodges who are here and the other brethren, mabanggit ko na lamang yung ating mga district officers na kasama ng ating DDGM, ni Very Worshipful Cedric Sason. Of course, para lang sa kaalaman din ng lahat, ating Junior Grand Lecturer, Very Worshipful Vicente E. Fedelicio. Ang ating District Grand Lecturers, most of them are here, Very Worshipful Daniel S. Fajardo II. Maraming salamat. Very worshipful, sir. Very worshipful Miles Oliver Q. Lim. Very worshipful Alexis M. Regalado. Thank you, sir. Si Very worshipful Antonio T.C. Very worshipful Cipriano I. Osunero. Although he's not here, we thank him also. And of course, yung ating worshipful inspector. Unfortunately, he's not around for some important matters. I would like to recognize and thank him, Worshipful Inspector Rodney A. Gustilo. So we will now acknowledge the lodges presented today. And of course, after this, we'll pass the program to our worshipful master for some other announcements, and of course to request the message of our highly respected District Deputy Grand Master for his message and for the closing of the lodge. Okay, thank you very much for those who attended in today's 44th public installation. Those lodges represented in Panay, Masonic District, Panay, R6 Panay, Kalanchaw Lodge number 187. Maraming salamat po sa pagdalo. Thank you very much. Yan. Iloilo Acacia Lodge number 11. Maraming salamat po, sir. 19 Martyrs Lodge number 342. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, Makawiwili Lodge number 55. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Quintin Salas, Masonic Lodge number 231. Thank you very much, sir. Hamtik Lodge number 76. Thank you very much, sir. Aklan Lodge number 205. Thank you very much, sir. Graciano Lopez Haina number 194. Thank you very much, sir. Baka nalimutan ako, mamalasin ako. Parang nabanggit ko na yata po lahat. And meron ding representation sa atin from the Grand Lodge of California, Allporter, Larchmont, Tila Pass, number 614. Thank you, sir, for gracing our event. And from Lacan, Masonic Lodge, number 483, of course, Brother Patrick Anthony de Mejia. Thank you, brother, for joining us. Well, from Torin Lodge, number 208, Brother Jerome Ralla. From Lodge of St. John, Bangkok, Thailand, number 1072, Brother Rizal James Ramos. Meron pa bang di nabanggit? I'm sorry. Palakpakan po natin. Thank you very much, brother. Meron pa po. Mount Apo, report. Oh, thank you very much, sir. Salamat po, salamat. Kukumplituhin lang po namin pagdating po ng report ng installation. Ay, thank you very much po. Thank you very much po. Ay, naku, wala.
Sorry. Nako, nakakatuwa talaga. Nagkakasama-sama tayo saan-saan man ating pinanggalingan. Well, of course, to honor and thank our immediate past officers, and of course, welcome and install yung ating new set of officers led by our newly installed Worshipful Master, Eliminate Miranda. So thank you everyone once again, and at this juncture, I'd like to turn over the floor to our Worshipful Master, Worshipful Sir.
Very worshipful sirs, worshipful brothers, sirs, dignitaries in the east and dignitaries on the floor. To our guest of honor and speaker, Sultan Attorney Manglangit Di Kampong Alhaj, sir. Brethren, family of Masons, especially to the Miranda family who are well represented to support your worshipful master. Attendant bodies present, friends, almost gabi. So, mayong gabi, good evening sa lahat. Before I relay the message of our Grandmaster, Don Ramas Oipitsing of the most worshipful Grand Lads of the Philippines, let me first congratulate worshipful Brother Ian B. De La Serna, past master, now a past master for a very successful Masonic year. Congratulations. Also, my congratulations to the newly installed worshipful master, Eliminate Miranda, for ascending to the Oriental chair, and to the new installed officers. May your term be fruitful and memorable one. And my appreciation for the service and impressive performance to the installing team. Congratulations to the very worshipful Rini Waldo Moran, GGS installing officer, worshipful Brother Leo Sabala, past master, master of ceremony, and worshipful Brother Marbelson, his past master, the assistant master of ceremony. Again, my appreciation for your immeasurable support for the Masonic year, to me and to the Masonic District R6 Panay as well. I know that your lads will always support our district, and again, thank you very much. And congratulations to the veteran of Most Worshipful Justice Ricardo P. Galvez, Senior, Masonic Lads number 229. And now I will read the Grand Master's message. To Worshipful Master Eliminate Miranda of the Most Worshipful Ricardo B. Galvez, Masonic Lads number 229, and officers, brethren, family, and friends of Mason, in behalf of the brethren within the grand jurisdiction of the Most Worshipful Grand Lads of free and accepted Masons of the Philippines, I extend my heartfelt greetings to each one of you on this joyous occasion of your installation of elected and appointed lodge officer for the ensuing Masonic year. As we gather to witness the passing of the lodge leadership to the newly installed officers, let us reflect upon our present theme for this Grand Lodge year. Freemasons all together building temples inside the hearts of men. Such theme calls upon each brother to recognize the sacred duty that Freemasons bear in shaping not only the physical world around us, but more importantly, the spiritual landscape within our own hearts. Freemasonry is rooted in timeless principles and ancient wisdom. As speculative Masons, we are duty-bound to construct our respective spiritual edifices of brotherly love, relief, and truth. Let us therefore dedicate ourselves to the symbolical teachings of Freemasonry. The square teaches us to act justly, the compass to circumscribe our desires, and the plumb to uphold moral principles. As we labor in the quarries of life, let us ever remember our symbolical tools that guide our thoughts, molds our character, and influence our actions. In this Masonic year, let your lodge be a sanctuary where the tenets and virtues of Freemasonry are not only spoken but lived. May our rituals and ceremonies serve as reservoirs for building moral fortresses within our hearts. May our actions echo the goodness of our craft, resonating in the communities we serve through the grace of our great architect of the universe and our collective labors. May we unite in the grand design of promoting harmony and happiness within and without your lads and then. The flag of our country. Return the flag to its proper place. Brother Chaplain, you will lead us to prayer.
Supreme, we are about to separate and return to our respective places of abode. Wilt thou be pleased so to influence our hearts and minds that we may each one of us practice out of the lodge those great moral duties which are inculcated in it, and with reverent study to obey the laws which thou hast given us in thy holy word. Amen.
So it is.
and altar. To the Grand Master of Masonic District R6 Panay of the most worshipful Grand Lodge of free and accepted Masons of the Philippines. I now declare this Lodge of Master Mason duly closed.